First things first, guys, what we're going to focus on today is exactly how to double your email list and sell more using Facebook, all with no advertising budget. So in the next 30 minutes, this is exactly what you're going to learn. I want you to read the black text across the top of my screen under number 1. So the first thing that you guys are going to learn is how a marketing manager with no technical skills launched a Facebook campaign that converted at 30%. Her name is Amy. You're really going to love her. The second is the 6 pieces every Facebook contest needs to get quality likes, and I'll show you 6 case studies that captured over 7,000 emails. And lastly, I'll show you guys like Aditya and Milena and Amy exactly how you can copy these strategies to double engagement and drive sales and build your list. So that's what we're going to learn in the next 30 minutes. But first, here's a little bit about me. There is my mugshot in the upper left, Mary and Melissa Kearns, No Laughing Aloud. That was about 4 years ago from my dorm room when we started this business. Now, I had no marketing degree. I wasn't a PhD computer scientist, but I was able to build a Facebook page that got this many likes. Look at the number right where my mouse is. So you can see, guys, I grew to over 100,000 fans, again, with no ad budget, just hustling. Sharon, who's a realtor, and Sylvia, guys, that's pretty cool, huh? So after that, I was then asked by the Wiley series, you know, they published the For Dummies books, the black and yellow ones, to have some of my content featured in their book. And of course I said yes. And before I knew it, I was donning weird sweater vests and suit jackets with fancy shoes I would never wear in Blacksburg. I was flying around to these private art galleries around the country teaching how to use social media. In fact, I even got a call from a former president, and I ended up joining him on stage at the World Leaders Forum in Judson University, where I talked passionately about the importance of small businesses to our economy, both here domestically in the U.S. and abroad. We've driven so much success to folks like you guys joining us, Melissa, Mary Beth, and Lori Emberland, that recently an investor put $2 million into our company, and Yahoo Finance covered it on their homepage. Check that out in the bottom left of my screen right now. So with that capital infusion, I continued growing the platform with my team here at Heyo, and I joined my good friend Subidu in front of 10,000 small business owners in San Francisco as a guest on Creative Live. Throughout this whole journey, we've been featured on some of the top social marketing blogs, which the smartest marketers are reading, like Social Media Examiner, All Facebook, Inside Facebook, and Jeff Bullis. So guys, that's a little bit about me. I feel a little bit naked, though. I'd love to learn more about you. So tell me real quick on the screen, who are you? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a small business? Are you an agency? Or maybe you're a consultant? Or maybe you're none of these. Go ahead and answer the poll on your screen right now. All right, cool, guys. So about 85% of you have voted. The 15% of you that haven't voted, go ahead and do so right now on the screen. You're holding the rest of us up. Are we ready? Okay, cool. I see we got up to 90%, and I'll share with you guys exactly what you guys are. So about 19% of you are entrepreneurs, 21% of you are small businesses, and 52% of you chose something else. Hey, well, that's interesting. Real quick, I want you to tell me in the go-to webinar questions, guys, what are you? If you selected none of these, tell me in the go-to webinar questions who you are. So Kay Curlis said real estate agent. What about the rest of you that selected none of the above? What are you guys? Tell me in the GoToWebinar questions. Okay, Sharon Hames said real estate agent. Craig is nonprofits. Brent is an econ manager for Affiliation Clothing. Karen is a branding expert. I see Ray is a social media manager. Connie's a realtor. Direct marketers. Valerie's a realtor. Okay, social media manager. Great. Well, guys, whether you're a real estate agent or in the real estate space, or you're a social media manager, or you're something else, you're in the right spot. Because again, we're going to focus on 3 very specific things through the rest of this webinar. And I articulated them to you already, but I'll reiterate. 1, how a marketing manager with no technical skills launched a campaign that converted 30%. We'll go over 6 case studies, and I'll show you how you can copy these strategies to double your list and drive engagement. And lastly, this is my favorite part, you guys will all have the chance to win a Heyo t-shirt. So if 2008 hits again and all you real estate agents, we can't figure out how to make any money, you will have plenty of Heyo t-shirts to keep you warm and cozy while you're looking for your next commission. So here's how you win that t-shirt. You simply tweet to us, okay, at Heyo, hashtag Heyo Notes. And I'll tell you as the webinar progresses what you should be writing down. What I'll do is at the end of the webinar, I'll pick which notes I like the best. So it could be Ray Gross, it could be you, Terry Reeves, you could be the winner, or it could be Sharon or Sylvia or Melissa Kearns. So start taking notes, and I'll ask you to submit those as the webinar goes on. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, guys, is tell you how a marketing manager with no technical skills launched a Facebook campaign that converted at 30%. So I want you to meet Milena. Check out Milena. Here she is in the upper right of my screen. Now, Milena is from the Midwest. She's from Utah, and she is a lot like you small businesses and entrepreneurs. She built this campaign for Squaw Valley Ski Resort, and what you can see is that she had some critical elements in this campaign. I want you guys to all read the results she got from this campaign across the bottom of my screen right now. So you can see she got 17,000 impressions. That's all organically with no ad spend. Keep watching till the end, and I'll show you how you can get that same kind of traffic with no ad spend. Milena also captured 4,500 emails for a 30% conversion rate. This is exactly what she wanted, more email leads and more sales. The next person I want you to meet is Paul Abdo, and I'll tell you what, Paul has an attitude, not any attitude, he's got a Boston accent attitude. You see, he runs Nicollet Island Inn, which is up in Boston. It's a family-run business, and he had some extra spots on Valentine's Day. So he launched this gorgeous campaign and told people to enter for their chance to win a free night's stay at his hotel. I want you guys to look at the results he got across the bottom of my screen. So again, look at this conversion rate, 60% conversion rate. This is truly through the roof. Very rarely do you see pages that get conversion rates of 1 or 2%. So Paul crushed it. So Milena captured 4,500 emails. Paul's campaign converted at 60%. The last person I want you to meet, and she's a good friend, is Amy Lombard. Here she is. Go ahead, say hi to Amy. So what you guys can see is she is a stay-at-home mom, and she knits together these bags. It's a passion she has. She has 2 kids, and she then sells these bags through her Facebook fan page. Now I want you guys to read the black text across the top of my screen right now. I think it'll surprise you, and it relates to Amy. So you guys can see Amy is a lot like you guys. She doesn't know how to code, but she said with Heyo I was able to launch my campaign and the ease of use was amazing. Lastly, she said, we are extremely pleased and can't wait to sell more bags with Heyo. And that's the key. I want you guys to watch till the end if you want to be like Milena, who got 17,000 free impressions and captured 4,500 emails. I want you to be like Paul, whose campaign converted at 60%. And I want you to have success like Amy without having to know any code. Now, you may recognize something as I flip through Paul, Amy, and Milena really fast. Notice the slides, how I'm going through really fast. Do you notice anything that's very similar? I'm kind of going through all three of their slides really fast. You'll notice their campaigns are all exactly the same layout. What we've done here at Heyo over the past 3 years is we've split tested 250,000 Facebook campaigns, and we know what converts the best across every industry. So in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you the 6 things every Facebook contest needs to succeed. But before I do that, I'd love to know how many of you guys have launched a Facebook contest before. Go ahead and answer the poll on my screen now. How many of you have launched a Facebook campaign before? And Catherine Pearsall, Ray Gross, Brent, Jadojink, don't be shy. Terry Reeves and Sylvia, have you guys launched a campaign like this before? Okay, so I'm going to close the poll and share the results. Looks like 28% of you said yes, you have. 70% of you said no, but I want to soon. And 3% said no, I don't use Facebook. Whoever selected no, I don't use Facebook, I know your time is valuable, and I want to make a recommendation to you. Definitely leave this webinar. You won't get any value out of the rest of this webinar if you don't use Facebook. All right, let's move forward, guys, and I want to walk you through the 6 pieces every Facebook contest needs to succeed. So write that down across the top of your notes. Whether you're using a black moleskin notebook, that's your favorite moleskin that doesn't scratch and wears well, and when you open it and you write in it, it doesn't have a weird bump in the middle so your palm can use it like nice, or maybe you're a desktop and Word kind of note taker, or Evernote, whatever it is, write 6 pieces every Facebook contest needs across the top. And I'm going to now go into the first critical piece to every Facebook contest. Sylvia, thank you for following me on Twitter. I appreciate that. Okay, here's the first thing. Write this down. Strong incentive. Strong incentive. So many people mess this up. I'll tell you how they mess it up. They typically give away like an iPad or an iPhone 6 or something really sexy and current. Here's the problem with that. You're just going to get people that want that free thing. So you'll get a lot of leads, but they're not going to be quality leads. So those of you that are real estate agents, you're not going to get leads from people that might list with you in New York, over the next 2 years, and you're certainly not going to get any buyers that might give you commissions. You're just going to get contest junkies that want to win that free thing. So you need to pick an incentive that aligns emotionally with your fans and feature it in an image in the campaign, just like Amy did here with her bags. So that should be your first note. 1, strong incentive. I'm going to go to the next slide now and show you what your second piece of a successful Facebook contest is. And my guess is you'll never guess what this is. That's right. You've got to create a bunch of urgency with a countdown placed 1/3 down the left side of the page. Here's why. You guys can tweet this. On any given Facebook page, there's over 136 different links that somebody could click. So Melissa Kearns, that means when you launch a Facebook campaign using Heyo on your Facebook page for your yoga classes or the instructors you're giving at YYC, they can click on any of the advertisements over here on the right side of the page. If they get a notification, they're going to click that and they're going to go away from your contest. Or they've got links all the way down the left side of their page as well. So you need to create this urgency to get them to take action now. That way, Melissa, you can fill up your yoga classes up there in Calgary, British Columbia, as often as you want with no hesitation. So make sure you create urgency by putting a countdown in the upper left of your campaign. That's number 2. Make sure it is 7 days or less. We've tested this, and we know that 7 days is the sweet spot. If it's longer than that, people will just think, well, I'll come back later and enter because I've got plenty of time. If it's shorter than that, it's not enough time to create momentum. So 7 days is the perfect amount of time to set that countdown for. You guys got it? I want you to keep watching until the end of the webinar, guys, because I'm going to answer all of your questions then. All right, great. I'm about to move forward to step number 3, but first I want to talk to Brittany Moran. Brittany, I've unmuted you. Is your microphone connected?
I don't think so. Can you hear me?
Brittany, I can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so good. Hey, so what do you think so far about this content?
I'm loving it, especially the fact I think so many people are confused about how to do the contest properly and are always giving away things like iPads or movie tickets or something that has nothing to do with the actual product. So, great advice.
Amen. You are preaching to the choir, Brittany. I appreciate that. Cool. Hey, I'm going to unmute you, Brittany, at the end to get more of your feedback, okay?
Thank you.
You bet. All right, guys, number 3, you want to make it really easy to enter. Take a look at my screen, guys. I just went to the next slide. Okay? You want to make it really easy to enter. Now, I want to know real quick, how many of you guys, okay, do some form of email marketing? And if you do, tell me what email marketing provider you use in the GoToWebinar questions. What email marketing provider do you guys use? Tell me in the GoToWebinar questions right now. I'll give you guys all a second to tell me. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people saying MailChimp, Aweber, Infusionsoft, GetResponse, Constant Contact. Okay, great. Well, let me ask you guys. Ask you another question. How successful have you been building those lists? So tell me in the poll right now on your screen, how successful have you been? How big are those lists that you guys have built? Do you have 0 to 500 people on the list, 500 to 5,000, or 5,000 plus? Go ahead and answer that poll right now. Okay, cool. So a lot, you guys have kind of varying degrees of success with your email marketing, and I'll share these results with you. So the majority of you have 0 to 500, okay, and then 22% of you have 500 to 5,000, and 25% of you have 5,000 or more. That is fantastic. So congrats there on the success. Now let me show you. Okay, let me show you what I say when I say make it easy to enter. Okay, the first step you want to put here is the email opt-in. Okay, now in the email opt-in, you're able to sync this directly back to your email marketing provider. So you say 1, enter email below. And when they put in their email to enter to win these bags, you can drop them directly into Aweber, Constant Contact, or MailChimp, whichever one you use. So that's the third thing your contest needs. Make it easy to enter. 4, this is critical. This is how Milena got 17,000 free impressions with no ad spend. You don't want to miss this. You want to let your fans market for you. Look what we've done on the bottom left of my slide. Once they put in their email, you then want them to click like, share, and tweet. Now, this is a dance that you have to do. It's against Facebook's terms of service to require people click like and share to enter your campaign. But you want your fans clicking like and share so that they pull in their audience, who then can become fans of your page and leads on your list. So how do you do this? Well, we've solved this. After they submit their email, they then, by designing it as step 2, 3, and 4, subconsciously they feel compelled to do those steps, even though they're not required to, in order to click the submit button. This is how Milena got 17,000 free impressions with no ad spend. And at the end of the webinar, I'll show you our highest converting campaign ever that used this tactic flawlessly, and I'll show you exactly how you can replicate it. So that's the 4th thing you should have written down, is let them market for you. The fourth, or excuse me, the fifth, is you want to build brand trust. So, Sylvia, who joined us on Twitter, she's a wife and a mom to 3 amazing kids, and she loves photography and music up there in Canada. Sylvia, this is perfect for you. So you've built a strong brand. Put your logo in the upper left, okay, and put text that describes the campaign in the bottom right. So you'd say something like, in order to win these bags, follow the steps on the left for your chance to win. That's the text that you put right here, along with any other text that you want to add, along with your logo. That builds brand trust. So we've gone over 5 so far that you should have written down in your notebook or on your computer screen. The first is a strong incentive. Check yourself here as I go through them. The second is a contest countdown, 7 days. The third is make it easy to enter with the email opt-in. The fourth is let them mark it for you in the bottom left with like, share, and tweet. And the fifth is build brand trust. The last most important step is mobile. In fact, write this down. 1.32 billion people, or 1 in every 4 humans, are logging onto Facebook every month. Of those 1 in 4 humans logging onto Facebook every month, 55% of them are only logging onto Facebook from their mobile device, which means if you haven't launched a mobile version of your campaign, Frank Maheny or Shelley Lindor, if you don't launch a mobile version, you're literally, it's like chopping your legs off your body. You're only half as effective because you're losing 55% of your potential leads. Brent and Catherine, does that make sense? You're literally losing 55% of your potential leads. So you want to make sure you launch a mobile version of your campaign at the same time that you launch the desktop version. Keep watching, and I'll show you how you can do that in 1 click. I'll let you guys write all that down real quick. Cool. Okay, so got that? Mobile is a must. Mobile is a must. So once you then launch that campaign with mobile, what Amy did is she posted the status update to her Facebook page. Okay, and notice right here where my mouse is. Do you see what's unique about this link? So Bob Marsh and Brittany Moran, you guys can see here, it's a smart URL. A smart URL is like a URL with a brain. That would be a great slide, like URL with a brain. This is like a URL with a brain, guys. Here's why. When somebody clicks this, let's say it's the morning time, right? All of us just woke up. You guys know the first thing we do, right? We have to use the restroom, we sit on the toilet, we take our phone out, and before you know it, we've been sitting there for like 10 minutes scrolling through our Facebook feed, right? You're guilty. Brent, you're guilty. I know it, all right? Well, when people are scrolling through and they see Amy's update on their mobile device, and they click this from their mobile device, the link will think, and it will take them to their mobile version. If they click that same link from their desktop once they're into work, they'll go to the desktop version. That way, you only have to worry about marketing with 1 link. The link does the thinking, and you just capture the results. That way, you just look like a genius. Okay? So make the post. We'll give you the smart URL. And these were the results that Amy got. Sorry, I'm laughing because I just splashed water on my face. I'm sitting here at my desk on my IKEA table with my coffee mug and ice water, and I just took a big gulp, and it like splashed right in my eyeball. So sorry. All right. So you guys can see here. You guys can see here. Amy had a lot of success with this campaign. So what I'd like to do, guys, is remind you to win your Heyo shirt. Tweet us your notes right now at Heyo, #Heyo notes. And what you guys are going to see as I show you this real quick, I'm going to search #Heyo notes. A bunch of you guys have already submitted. So I see this great entry with highlighted versions and 50% off, and I see Alita Joyous wrote down all the 6 steps. Brand trust, let them market, easy to enter, which is fantastic. Someone's trying to use their dog to win a free t-shirt. I'm not falling for it. Doesn't work. All right, I'm seeing a lot of great notes. It looks like a jewelry manufacturer here is taking notes, which is great. Here's some more notes. I see the webinar screen in the background. Again, Heyo Notes is where you want to submit those, that hashtag. Okay, here's what I'd like to do now. I want to use one of you guys as a live example and actually set up a contest for you here on my screen real time. So tell me in the GoToWebinar question, guys, link me directly to your page. Link me directly to your website in the GoToWebinar questions. Go ahead and link me to your website in the GoToWebinar questions. Don't be shy. Okay, let's see. Robert Johnston. I'm going to see if I can find Robert. Where is he? Robert Johnson, there he is. Hey, Robert, you're unmuted. Can you hear me? Robert Johnson, are you there? Robert, I can hear you. How are you, man? So, Robert, this is like an awkward moment because I know your microphone's connected because I can hear you moving around, but you don't know you're connected. So if you just say something, I promise I can hear you. Are you there? Okay, that was awkward. That's okay, Robert. You're bashful. No worries. I'm going to try and find someone, guys, that has their microphone connected. So I see Veronica posted her website. It looks like Belly Shrink Wraps. Veronica, I've unmuted you. Do you have your microphone connected?
I do.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really, really well.
Awesome.
Tell me real quick while I bring up your website. What does your business do?
Well, I'm an independent marketer with It Works Global, and we sell the most popular product is our body wrap to shrink, tone, and tighten fur.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So what I'm going to do, is it okay with you if I use you as a live example?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So Veronica, first thing I'm going to do, and I want all of you guys to pay attention here to my screen. When I do these webinars, many people tell me the next 5 minutes are the most valuable for them. So you don't want to miss this. So Veronica, the first thing I want to do is add you as a business to the back end. So what's the official name of your business?
BellyShrinkWraps.com.
Okay, Belly Shrink Wraps by Veronica. I'm going to add that as a business, and then here's what I'm going to do, Veronica. I'm going to click Run a Social Contest.
Okay.
Now, what you guys will see when I do this, on the right side of the page, is you're going to see Photo Contest, Sweepstakes, Refer a Friend, Group Deal, all these great contest templates pop up. Okay? We're going to focus, Veronica, on Sweepstakes because the Sweepstakes one is the best for generating more leads, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to click Save and Start Editing. And what I want to start, you'll notice here, the 6 pieces I just articulated, Veronica, are all highlighted in teal if you hover over it. You see that?
Okay.
Veronica, are you near a train station?
Sorry, that was my voicemail alert. Sorry.
Oh, I just want to make sure you weren't like getting run over or something.
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do, Veronica, is we want to use your logo to build brand trust, to put that in the upper right of your campaign. Do you remember that step?
I came in a little late, so I'm missing some of the webinar.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll catch everyone else that was here from the beginning. Will know this. So we want to click the logo. I'm going to upload Veronica's logo just like this. So Veronica, it's going to upload. Super easy, right? No code.
Yeah.
Were you here when I said how long the countdown should be?
No, I was not.
So guys, how long should the countdown be up? I see you guys answering in the questions. 7 days, right? So I'll go and I'll make it the 15th. We'll get about 5 days, which is great. And then Veronica, we want to pick something that you can give away. What is an incentive that you can use? What's something that we can give away?
We can give one of our products. It's called the Fat Fighter. It's a bottle of carb blockers.
And where can I find a picture of that?
Let's see. On my replicated website, which is not in
What's
this one.
that? What's that website link?
Okay, it's bellyshrinkwraps dot
Yep.
myitworks.com.
Okay, fantastic. And where should I click to see that?
Click on shop,
Okay.
and then go to lifestyle.
Yep. Which one?
And it's right, the very first one right there, yes.
Perfect. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to copy this image and watch this, Veronica. It's so easy. I'm going to click the big giveaway here and paste it in. Just like that.
Okay,
Easy, isn't it?
very.
What do you use for your email marketing?
I use the same email, one email for everything. It's Igarola.
Oh, don't give that out on the webinar. We've got a bunch of people watching. For people that are building lists, though, when they capture an email, you'll put it into Aweber, Constant Contact, or MailChimp. So guys, the way that you take your leads and you drop them directly into your list is you just click, if it's MailChimp, you click MailChimp. We'll pull in all of your lists from MailChimp, and then you simply select what list you want to drop those leads into. So I'll just pick this one.
Okay.
And click Save Changes. The next thing we want to do, Veronica, is update this portion. This is how Milena got 17,000 free impressions. You didn't meet Milena, Veronica, because you came on late, but I introduced Milena to everyone else at the beginning of the webinar.
Oh.
So the first thing we want to do is put in your Facebook fan page URL. That way, when people click like Veronica, they're actually liking your Facebook page. We'll copy your URL and paste it right there. Next, when people click share and tweet, this is the link they'll share and tweet. And if I leave this blank, that link will default to the URL of this campaign, which is what we want, right, to get free traffic. I'll then change this section to something like, follow the steps on the left for your chance to win a free I'm going to say I just entered to win a free carb fighter formula. Click here and you can too. Okay? Does that make sense why I said this, Veronica?
It should be fat fighter.
Perfect. Well, here's why I used Carb Finder. See, this is how you have to think. Do you think friends are going to share with their friends, I just entered to win a fat fighter?
No.
Probably not.
No.
They're way more likely to share, I just entered to win a free carb fighter formula. That's how you have to be thinking. You should be thinking, what can I get my fans to share and tweet out that's going to get their friends to click through? Make sense?
Yes, got it.
Great. Then we want to customize this text down here. We're going to say, enter the steps on the left for your chance to win a free advanced formula fat fighter. And Veronica, there's some feedback, so I'm going to mute you just so we have better audio. I'll then highlight that, make it larger, and center it, and click Save Changes. So guys, we're almost done with the campaign. If I want to spice this up a little, I can go in and add a background pattern by clicking Options and then cycling through all these different great backgrounds. I'm going to use this one. Next, I want to click Save and Preview. Now, I spoke with many of you guys before the webinar, like Aditya, Sylvia, Sharon, and some of you told me that you've spent $2,000 or $2,500 building out your own mobile versions of campaigns. It's really expensive to do that. This one button I'm about to click is literally like a $3,500 button. When you click this button, you're saving yourself $3,500. Watch my screen because I'm about to click the button. And look at this. A mobile version is automatically created so that whether they're on desktop or on mobile, they see the appropriate campaign to optimize for the amount of engagement that you want. Once we then click publish, we'll give you your smart URL, which, remember, that's the URL with a brain. Okay, so you get your smart URL. You can use that to market everywhere to capture your leads. And guys, it really is that simple. That was just a sweepstakes campaign. But let's say Veronica wanted to maybe put her Pinterest feed on her fan page. She could use our Pinterest widget, or her Instagram feed into Facebook, or maybe her YouTube channel into Facebook. You can do all of that with our social templates. Or maybe on the lead capture templates or our contest templates, you want to do a photo contest, right? So if you're a real estate agent or social media manager, you can ask your fans to enter their photos, okay, using Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and then people have to vote on the photos for a chance to win. It's a great way to capture emails and create a really fun experience for your fans. So there's a lot that you can do, but I demonstrated with Veronica how you can double your list using that layout. How many of you guys just had an aha moment? Out of curiosity, tell me in the GoToWebinar questions. I think Brittany is falling out of her chair. One click and you're automatically mobile. This saves people by itself a ton of time and a ton of energy. Okay, Robin is saying, this is awesome. So did Veronica, Mary. Very cool. Well, guys, here's what you might be wondering right now. You might be wondering, well, how do Heyo contests help me get free traffic and leads with no ad spend? Here's the answer. I want you to meet Mari Scholl. She's from San Francisco, and she works from home. She used to be in the real estate industry, and she also does some of these necklaces on the side, so custom jewelry. These were her results. Great results for her, and she sold more of her necklaces. So when people entered, they clicked like, share, and tweet. Remember, there was no ad spend here. So when people clicked tweet, this is what they were tweeting. All of her fans tweeted this. So when Bobby tweets this, and his Twitter followers click through this link, and they go into the campaign, which gets Mari Scholl free traffic. This campaign alone generated hundreds of tweets. Here they are. Could you guys imagine waking up one morning, opening up your Twitter app, and seeing, hey, Gene, you have 35 new notifications? That's what happens when you do this kind of campaign right. All these people tag you, and they drive traffic back to your campaign. The next question you might be wondering is, Nathan, my industry's not a normal one. Will Heyo work? Well, the answer is absolutely yes. Here are some weird industries that Heyo's worked in. First, golf courses. 51% conversion rate. This is a knitting company. People, it doesn't get weirder than this. This is yarn. It's dyed fabric, right? Look at the results. 3,200 emails captured for a 64% conversion rate. This was really amazing. And lastly, we have these bands which have sentimental messages on them. Okay, 53% conversion rate. So Heyo does work across any industry, whether you're a real estate agent or you're in the real estate industry, whether you're a social media manager or a marketer, whether you're a small business, an entrepreneur, or something else, Heyo will work. We've tested it. And lastly, you might be wondering, Nathan, can I do this if I'm not technical? Will Heyo work for me? Well, guys, you heard from Amy, who said, with Heyo, and I quote, I was able to launch my campaign without using code, and the ease of use was amazing. We're extremely pleased with the results, and we look forward to selling more bags using Heyo. So it does work even if you know no code at all. It works in any industry, and it'll get you free traffic with no ad spend. So I want you to keep watching, because I'm about to show you our highest converting campaign ever. I'm going to also answer all of your questions, and I also want to focus in, and I'll pick a winner for the notes campaign. Here, though, is what you've learned so far. How a marketing manager like Paul, Amy, and Milena, with no technical skills, launched a Facebook campaign that converted over 30%. I showed you the 6 pieces every Facebook contest needs to succeed, and 6 case studies that captured over 7,000 emails. I also used Veronica to show you how you can copy these strategies to double your list, drive engagement, and close some sales. So here's what I want to do. I've got a unique question for you. I want all of you to join me. This is like my backyard barbecue. Go to heyo.com/chat. Go there now, and you'll join me. Heyo.com/chat. I'm already sitting in my lawn chair waiting for you guys to arrive. Heyo.com/chat. Go there now. Okay, I see Dawn joined, Stephanie joined, Brent joined. Again, it's heyo.com/chat. Go there right now. I'll give you guys a second to do that. Hey, guys. All right. So I see a bunch of you joining, which is fantastic. Veronica, Sharon, Alex, Frank, Sylvia, Brent, Stephanie, Dawn, Lori, Henry, Benjamin. Heyo. Okay, cool. So guys, here's my question to you. Yes or no, were there at least 2 actionable things you've learned from the webinar so far? Tell me yes with exclamation points in the chat room if there's at least 2 things you've learned on this webinar so far. What do you think? Awesome. So Lori said yes. Sharon said yes. Guys, if you learned more than 2 things, throw in some exclamation points and capital letters and crazy characters from a Japanese dictionary like this. Oops, those are numbers. Like this. What do you guys think? Awesome. So a bunch of you guys learned, which is great. Now, here's the reality of this. If all of us, like Robin the Realtor, okay, if all of us, like Sylvia, tried, very funny, Chris, if we all tried to do this ourselves, we would do this, right? Look back at my screen. Keep the chat open in the background, but look back at my screen. We would all do this, right? Here's what we do, right? We're like, okay, I don't want to pay this. I don't want to pay this Nathan guy. I don't want to pay $3,000 to do this thing. I'm gonna go to Odes, and I'm gonna be sneaky. I'm gonna do this myself, and I'm gonna search Facebook app under freelancers. And what do? You start scrolling, right? And all you're doing is you're looking at the faces, and you're gonna stop on the face that looks the most normal, right? That's what we do when you pick a freelancer. So you land on this guy Ivan, right? Poor Ivan, and you're like, okay, he says senior. Boom, that must be who I want. I need a senior PHP developer. I don't understand that, which must mean he's really smart. And it says Facebook in his description. He's the guy I need to build this Facebook contest, right? You guys are laughing because you're totally guilty of this. Well, here's the thing. He charges 55 bucks an hour, and we all know what happens next. Ivan says, oh yeah, hire me. I'll build this for you in a day. Send over some specs. What happens? A day turns into 3 months, right? You miss dinners with your family. You're grumpy over breakfast because you had to stay up late because he's in India, which means you had to work with him on Skype from 12 to 1 a.m. That's his time during the working day. Before you know it, you have no time left, and your energy is zapped. Oh, and by the way, you have no idea if the Facebook contest is actually going to get you leads and engagement. So Ivan doesn't care, though. He's just billing you hourly. So you still get a bill for $1,000. We are all guilty of this, right? I know you're secretly laughing. So here's what I've done. Before we go to Q&A, I have a very simple question for you. I've put together a really special package that you guys can grab where we'll work with you to launch this contest. But I don't want to spend time showing you that price unless you're interested. So if you're interested, type buy in the chat room. If you're interested, type buy in the chat room. And if a few of you are interested, I'll take time to go over the pricing before we do Q&A, and before I pick a winner for the notes contest, and before I show you our highest converting campaign ever. So what do you say? Are you interested? Awesome. So a bunch of you guys said buy, which is great. It looks like a bunch of you guys have meetings you have to go to. Lori, stay tuned. We'll be done in about 5 minutes. So here is what I've put together. I want you guys to look at my screen right now. Look at my screen. Go out of the chat room. Look at my screen. Okay, so here's what we've done. We're going to give you the ability to launch 3 of these campaigns at any time. Each month you can launch 3. Okay, and you can do anything you saw me do on this webinar. A sweepstakes, right? An Instagram template, a Pinterest template, anything that you saw in the webinar. You'll get access to all of these templates that convert at 10% or higher. Number 3, you'll get full access to the drag and drop editor, so you don't have to know coding. Unfortunately, that's bad news bear for Ivan, but that's okay. Number 4, we'll build in the smart URL and mobile integration for you so you don't have to lift a finger. And lastly, we'll give you access to all the analytics like impressions, likes, and email captures. Now you'll get all of this not for $1,000, which is what you'd pay Ivan, not for $3,500, which is what you would pay to put together a mobile app. It's just $300 one time for the year. Isn't that great? So you guys can grab that by going to heyo.com/once. Heyo.com/once is the link that you want to use. Okay? Now, what I've done is I've put together a bunch of additional products that you guys will get if you choose to purchase before the end of the webinar. And we only offer this on the webinar so that you guys and those of you that decide to take action get additional value. Here's what we've done. If you purchase by going to heyo.com/once, we'll feature your fan page or business in a blog post to get you extra exposure. 2, we've already paid our attorneys over $15,000 to stay up to date with Facebook's terms of service. That way, you don't need to worry about Facebook shutting you down or other legal worries. All of our campaigns are totally legal, and disclaimers are built into every single one of them. So you can go to sleep stress-free and not worry about your Facebook page being shut down in the morning. 3, you can stop paying freelance developers and designers, and Sylvia and Brittany, you guys can do it yourself. Additionally, if people like Dawn and Aditi, if you guys have troubles coming up with a campaign idea to give away, a prize, we've put together an ebook of 11 high-converting ideas you can copy as an incentive or prize for your Facebook campaign. Number 5, I'm going to give you access to my brain. Here's what I mean. I've personally curated a mastermind group on Facebook. It's a private group where I put together and invite the top Facebook marketers I know. And I know a lot of the top marketers because I'm speaking everywhere, I'm traveling, we've raised a bunch of money, and it helps me get access to the folks that most people don't get access to. So as part of this group, you'll see Facebook and Insights data you can't get anywhere else, so you can get ahead of your competition. And lastly, I want you guys to be hugely successful. So if you go to heyo.com/once and purchase before the end of the webinar, you'll get a personal one-on-one strategy call with either myself, if you're an agency, or Jay, our small business strategist, to ensure that you guys have success. Again, you can get that by going to heyo.com/once and keep the annual option selected for $300. It's one time $300 for the year. You won't get the bonuses if you click pay monthly. So keep the pay annual selected, check out, and you'll then get the $600 in products free as a bonus. All right, I'll let you guys do that. And what I want to do now is check in with some folks that we spoke with at the beginning of the webinar. So I'd love to chat more with Dawn Malesko. Dawn, I've got you unmuted. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
I'm multitasking.
Okay.
What's that?
What'd you say?
I said I was multitasking. You caught me.
Oh, hey, no problem. I think a lot of people right now are multitasking, trying to check out and pay attention at the same time. But what did you think of the content on the webinar? Was it worth your time?
It's good. I'd like to see the interface you're using because I'm actually shopping for contest apps now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I've seen a bunch of them just from looking at my own research. It was nice to see one in action. I don't really know my budget yet, so we'll see.
Hey, well, I totally understand, and this is not right for people that are not ready to build a Facebook contest. So it sounds like Dawn might not be ready to actually launch her contest. She's still in research mode. You only want to purchase this, guys, if you're ready to launch your campaign and you want to take advantage of these bonuses we've put together. Otherwise, this is not a fit for you. Do not purchase unless you want to launch your Facebook contest to get engagement, capture emails, and drive sales, just like Milena, Paul, and Amy. Okay, let's go talk to Shelly, who we spoke with. Actually, I'm going to find Let me scroll down here. And actually, let's talk to Sylvia Gonzalez. Sylvia, I've got you unmuted. Is your microphone connected? Sylvia, are you there? Okay, no problem. Let's try Sean Kelly. Hey, Sean, I've got you unmuted. Is your microphone connected?
I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, tell me real quick, what does your business do?
We sell vaporizers and electronic cigarettes.
Okay, great. And tell me, what did you learn from this webinar? Were there at least 2 things you learned?
Well, didn't really learn anything except for that I really like your interface. It's super easy. I just built a whole campaign in the last like 5 minutes. It was super simple.
You already went in our building. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, I know you said you didn't learn anything, but I'll tell you, the only way we know what we know is because we've split tested across 250,000 Facebook contests. So even if you didn't learn anything, all the things we've learned about conversion rates are naturally built into our UI. So your campaign, Sean, will convert based off all the testing that we've done in the past. So welcome to Heyo, man. I'm glad to hear you're already in building contests.
Awesome. Thank you.
You bet. What are you looking to do with the fan page? Are you going to launch one contest like every other week? What's your plan?
Initially, I think I'm going to do these no nicotine hookahs that seem to be really popular that we developed. That they're kind of like e-cigs, and probably start off with one and see what the conversion's like, and then kind of go from there. And weigh things out. As a marketer, I'm constantly testing, and I hadn't seen your platform before, so I'm here to test it.
Well, hey, welcome to Heyo, man. It's good to have you. All right, let's touch base with Alex real quick. Alex Sapo. Alex, I've got you unmuted. Are you there? Alex, are you? You're unmuted. Is your microphone connected? Alex? Okay, Alex's microphone wasn't connected. No worries. All right, guys, here's what I'm going to do while you guys grab that, whoever wants it. I'm going to move forward into live Q&A. But first I want to show you our highest converting campaign ever. So here it is. It's King Tut's Wawa Hut. It's a brick and mortar location. And what you guys can see here is they put their campaign together. They obviously had a gorgeous mobile version as well. Okay. And when they published it to Facebook, they put up their status update. They asked people to like, share, and tweet. And what you guys can see here is they generated over 1,000 tweets, which drove 2,400 free impressions. Here are all these tweets that came in. There's literally over 1,000 of them. You guys can see here, this is really amazing. And here's what I did. I emailed the creator of this campaign after it got launched. Her name was Kaj. And I said, hey, congrats. This worked really well. And you guys are never going to believe what she wrote back. Here's a screenshot from my inbox. So Kaj was skeptical, right? Like a lot of you may be. People like Lori or Frank, or if you're wondering like how it's going to work or you're not sure, again, it totally works. You can see her from Kaj. She said, we've had a great response, but to be honest, the contest is so good, it's driven itself. Of course you can feature it. So again, I want to encourage you guys, if you're interested, go to heyo.com/once to grab the package along with these bonuses, which we don't offer anywhere else. So if you don't purchase here on the webinar, these bonuses unfortunately will not be available any other time. They'll disappear once the webinar ends. Okay, what I'm going to do now, guys, is go in and answer any questions we've got coming in. Okay, so Jax said, what about fundraisers? Jack, this works great for fundraisers. If you want to build your email list around a cause, feature the cause in the image in the upper right, your logo in the upper left, put the fundraiser countdown, capture emails, and then email market to the people and get them to do whatever you want to do, whether that's donate money to the fundraiser or attend the fundraising event. Great question. Okay. Okay, so Lori said, you're spending a lot of time with Twitter. Lori, the only way that Twitter is integrated with our platform is to get additional free traffic. So again, you want people to click share and tweet in order to get their followers on Facebook and Twitter to click into the campaign. Hope that makes sense. Okay, great. Guys, here's what I'd like to do. If you guys are interested in purchasing, but you still have questions, go ahead and answer the poll on my screen right now and select yes. We'll get a demo set up with you. Only select this if you have more than 500 likes on your Facebook page and you're serious about potentially launching a Facebook contest to get more leads. Again, I just launched a poll on the screen, okay, and if you're interested in launching a campaign shortly and you have at least 500 fans, select yes so we know to reach out to you to set up a demo. If not, just select no. If not, just select no. So I see about 30% of you have voted. I'll wait for the rest of you to vote. Again, those of you kind of half watching right now, go ahead and answer the poll on my screen so that we don't get stuck. All right, great. I'll close the poll here in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Perfect. Great. Well, guys, what I'll do now is I'm going to go in and refresh Heyo Notes on Twitter so we can pick a winner for the Notes campaign. Again, submit those by going tweeting to us and using hashtag Heyo Notes. Hashtag Heyo Notes. Okay. And I see Lauren said, I'm up crazy early for a Heyo webinar because she's in Honolulu, Hawaii. Love having you, Lauren. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm going to search photos. Again, Jim Hatch and Big Mex, you guys want to actually use a photo. Take a photo of your notes, whether it's on your notebook or your desktop, and tweet those to us at Heyo Notes. Okay, so I see Don's got some great notes coming in here, Don Malesko. Let's see, Lauren, Bridget Larson submitted her notes, Shane Frazier, JV, Haladita Joyas. Go ahead, guys. I'll give you about 30 more seconds to submit your notes. Hashtag Heyo Notes. And then I'll pick a winner to the shirt before we wrap up. Oh, alrighty. My favorite right now is going to be Dawn. In fact, you know what? Dawn was one of the first folks. She got on early on the call. You can see she checked in. She took great notes. And I love yoga, and she loves yoga. So, Dawn, you are totally the winner. I'm going to tweet back at you right now. Congratulations. Send me an email with your address and shirt size so we can get you your prize. Nathan@heyo.com. Cool. Well, hey, Don, congratulations. You totally won. And, guys, I want to thank all of you guys, Alex, Bob Marsh, Craig, Henry, Jamie, Robin, Sean, all of you guys for joining us, sticking around to the end, and getting all of your questions answered. You know, we're focused here at Heyo on helping small business owners capture emails and drive engagements on social. So thank you guys for letting us serve you. I'll see you inside the app, on the next webinar, or maybe on our blog. Again, I'm Nathan Latka, the CEO and founder of Heyo, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and bye-bye.